Hey guys, it's Drake, and if you haven't seen, which I'm sure you have if you know about my channel, Cormac McCarthy is publishing 2 new novels this year, which, if you're as obsessive as I am, you knew that he had at least 2 books of some sort coming out sometime. Um, and you probably knew that one of them was called The Passenger, or they both were called The Passenger or something. And it turns out that, yeah, that's one of them. There's a 400-page novel about a guy named Bobby Western, who is a salvage diver in New Orleans, coming out in, what, let's see, 5 months? No, I always do that. I always think October is the 8th month. 7 months. And October 25th is The Passenger. And then a month later, November 22nd, we have Stella Maris, which is Latin for Star of the Sea, which refers to the Virgin Mary, which is about Alicia Western, who is Bobby's sister. Takes place 8 years before The Passenger is supposed to take place. And let's see, in 2015, there were excerpts of Stella Maris read out at the Santa Fe Institute, which was published online, and there's a YouTube video of it. So if you haven't heard of that or listened to it, I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. And I will also put links to 2 videos from a hopefully forthcoming documentary about the Santa Fe Institute. These videos were made 2 years ago, so unless the person is just taking their time on this documentary, it might no longer be coming out. I don't know, but there are 2 short clips with interviews with Cormac McCarthy, which give you some idea of what he's going to be talking about in this book. If you're not familiar, Cormac McCarthy has been at the Santa Fe Institute for, I think, almost 30 years now. He was friends with Murray Gell-Mann, which is how he got into the Santa Fe Institute, because Murray Gell-Mann was one of the founders of it, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist. And so McCarthy's been there. I think he's famously known as the only writer in residence. But that gives you some idea of the so-called esoteric topics of mathematics and physics. At least that's how the New York Times describes those topics, which I guess they could be esoteric, but I mean, I think of esoteric as kind of like, mystical BS, astrology and all that type of stuff, horoscopes, whatever, Western mysticism. And I wouldn't quite put mathematics and physics in that category, but maybe they seem like it to some people, I guess. But yeah, so The Passenger is supposedly going to deal with stuff like that. And I will say, if you're interested in this, I would, if you have the access or have the time to take a vacation, go to the Whitliff collections in San Marcos, Texas, which I'm lucky enough to live 40 minutes away from. And there is a screenplay, an unpublished screenplay called Whales and Men, which has a character whose name I can't remember. I think his name's John. Maybe. I can't remember. But nonetheless, the character is a cetologist. I think that's how you say someone who studies whales. And somewhat gives you the same impression that I get from the character of Bobby, a salvage diver, someone who's in the ocean looking for whales. And McCarthy is very interested in whales himself, which you actually see in one of those clips from the Santa Fe Institute, that documentary. And yeah, so if you can at all, I'm thinking about going there again this week, unless it's, fucking packed because of these new books being released. But yeah, the manuscript for The Passenger has been there for years. So I was just kind of baffled why it hadn't been published yet. And who knows? But I'm sure McCarthy wasn't expediting the process, so to say. But anyway, yeah. If you haven't looked into it yet, I don't think you can pre-order yet. I've looked at Knopf and I looked at, Amazon and any other places. It seems like you can't pre-order yet in the US. Seems like you can pre-order in the UK, but I'm not super thrilled with the designs, the hardcover designs in the US. It would be nice if they were more simple. They kind of look cheap, but it doesn't really matter. Who cares? It would have been nice if they had put, some, maybe a, well, I haven't read the books yet, but, considering Salvage Diver, maybe something related to that. And then for the sister, or the Alicia, the Stella Maris, put something related to, physics or mathematics. I think that would have fit really nicely. But anyway, either way, I'm obviously going to buy the 2 individual copies, and then there's going to be a what is it, box set? Yeah, 2-volume box set in December, a month after they're both published. So inevitably, I'll probably buy that too. I think I'm probably going to take a week off of work when they each get published and just read them a couple times in a row. But yeah, I'm super excited. Also, totally unrelated, but kind of related for me, is Father John Misty is putting out a new album in April. I think he's the best lyricist in American pop music now. So if you haven't heard about him, check him out. Pure Comedy is especially a good album. Oh, there's a ice cream truck. But yeah, so yeah, I just want to make a short video, share my excitement. Let me know if you are excited too, if you pre-ordered it yet, if you can. And yeah, we'll probably have to set up a reading group or something. Also, this year is the 100th anniversary of Ulysses being published, which you could have either celebrated that February 22nd, which is the actual 100th year anniversary date of the publishing, or you could celebrate it on Bloomsday, which is going to be in June. And also, this year is the 100th anniversary of the birth of William Gaddis, which, if I remember correctly, he was born December 29th. So we still have some time to plan something. I'll probably throw something together. But anyway, yeah, just something to help stay hopeful, I guess, with all the unbearable stupidity that is going on around the world and locally, wherever you happen to live. Don't even have to specify. So yeah, anyway, awesome news, something to keep living for. Death is a gang boss.